Dunyasha, the mistress will take it in here. Coffee. All right, what about the cream, Dunyasha? Go. They come home from Paris and they want to drink this dirt and water. The late master never would have allowed that. When he came back from Paris, everything stayed the same. Oh, he was a wonderful man.
What are you on about, Nadia?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm just so happy you're all home. I've been waiting. Now I can die. Oh no! Are you okay? Nadia! Yes. Crazy. I'm fine.
How does it go? Come on. Let me remember. Yellow in the corner, doublet in the centre.
Oh, red in the corner. Just think, sister, we used to sleep together here in this room. How strange as that seems.
Yes, well, time marches on.
How's that?
Time, I say, marches on.
Smells like cheap perfume in here.
Good night, Mama. I'm going to bed.
My dazzling little princess. Are you so happy you're home?
Very happy, Mama, yes. Good night, Uncle.
Night. Oh, look at you. You look just like your mother when she was your age, huh? Luba, doesn't she?
Stop it! Good night.
She's utterly exhausted.
Yes, was a very long trip.
Well, gentlemen, it's almost 3 o'clock. You've all overstayed your welcome. Now, please, get out. Now.
Aria, you haven't changed a bit. First I'll have some coffee, then everybody will go. Thank you, dear. Thank you, my old dear. Grown accustomed to coffee. I drink it night and day. Thank you, my old dear.
I'm going to go see if the luggage was brought in.
Can I really be sitting here? I feel like jumping up and down and waving my arms about. But suppose I'm dreaming. God knows I love my country. I love it dearly. I couldn't look at it from the train. I couldn't stop crying. However, let's have some coffee, shall we, Nadia? Thank you, my dear. I'm so glad you're still alive.
It's wonderful here today.
Yes. Superb weather.
What have you done to me, Petya? Why don't I love the orchard as I used to? I used to think it was the most wonderful place in all the world.
All Russia is our orchard. The world is wide and beautiful, and there are many wonderful places in it. Just think, Anya. We're at least 200 years behind the times. We've still got absolutely nothing. No definitive attitude towards the past. We just philosophize or complain of depression or drink vodka. It's so obvious, isn't it? That before we can live in the present, we must first atone for our past. And we can only do that through extraordinary, unremitting suffering. Understand that, Anya.
The house we live in hasn't been our house for a long time. And I'll go away, I promise, Petya. I give you my word.
If you have the housekeeper's keys, you should throw them away and be as free as the wind.
You speak so well.
When winter comes, I'm starved, sick, anxious, poor as a beggar. And yet, where haven't I been chased by fate? I mean, where haven't I been? And yet, every day and night, my soul is full of this inexplicable sense of foreboding. I foresee happiness, Anya. I can see it already.
The moon's on the rise.
Yes. The moon's on the rise.
Anya? Anya!
Stupid girl.
I teach you every day. Every day I teach you one and the same thing. The land has to be rented out for cottages and you need to do it now. Do it immediately. The auction is staring at you in the face. Can't you understand? Just say yes to renting the land for cottages and they'll give you as much money as you need and then you're saved.
Cottages and vacationers. It's so vulgar, excuse me.
I completely agree with you.
I'm going to scream or faint. Or I can't do this anymore. You're torturing me to death. You, old biddy.
Oi!
No, stay, Debbie, please. Maybe we'll think of something.
What's there to think about?
Just stay. With you here, somehow it's more fun. I keep anticipating something, as if the house were about to collapse on top of us.
Red in the corner, doublet in the center.
We've sinned so very much.
What sins have you got?
Well, they say I've eaten up my entire estate in hard candies.
My sins. I've always thrown money around, recklessly, like a maniac, and married a man who produced nothing but debts. He was a terrible drunkard. He died of champagne. And then, to add to my troubles, I fell in love with another man, had an affair, and just at that time, out there, in that river, my little boy drowned. So I ran away, never to return, never to see that river again, and he came after me, cruelly, brutally. So I bought a villa in Montant, because he fell ill there, and for 3 years I didn't know what it was like to rest day or night. The invalid wore me out. My heart shriveled up. But last year, after I sold the villa to pay my debts, I went to Paris. And there he robbed me. Had an affair with another woman. I tried to poison myself. So silly. So shameful. And suddenly I was drawn back to my country, to my Russia, to my little girl. Lord, forgive me my sins. I don't want to be punished anymore. Was the orchard sold?
Sold.
To whom?
To me. I bought it. I bought it. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, do me this one favor. My head is swimming. I can't talk. Right. We get to the auction. Deriganov's there already. Leonid also had 15,000 on him, bless his heart. Well, straight off the bat, Deriganov bid 30 over and above the mortgage. Well, I saw what he was doing. I pitched into him. I 40, he 45, I 55. And this man was going up by 5s and I by 10s. Until eventually it was pitched down to me. Over and above the mortgage, I bid 90,000. And now the estate is mine. Mine. God, Lord, the South Cherry Orchard is mine! Someone tell me I'm drunk. It can't be real. I'm making it up. It's all a terrible nightmare. Somebody, I'm drunk. That's what it is. It's not real. It can't be. It's a nightmare. Don't laugh at me. If my father and grandfather could rise from their graves and see everything that's happened, how their little Yermolai, beaten, barely literate Yermolai, who used to run around here in the wintertime without any shoes on, that same Yermolai is now the owner of the estate. the most beautiful thing in the world. I own the estate where my father and grandfather were slaves. They weren't even allowed in the kitchen. I mean, this is time to be celebrated. Varia. Varia. See how she throws the keys down to show everyone she's not in charge anymore. Oh, whatever. Why, oh why didn't you listen to me? I tried telling you the one way out of it, the one way you could save this estate, and you wouldn't listen.
Right,
and I
come on,
tried.
leave her alone. You've had your
Every
fun.
day I
Leave
tried.
her alone.
Here comes Yermolai Alexievich, the new landlord of the Sour Cherry Orchard. Let everything be the way I want it. I can pay for everything.